Welcome, gamblers and ne'er-do-wells, to the city of Los Bardes, the city that formed a desert within a tropical land. It has been formed into a den of debauchery for adventurers looking to spend their fortunes in style. Down on their luck, commoners looking to risk it all, and the brave citizens whose services allow a city devoid of its own resources to run. With all this said, we're going to take it to the different members of the party here, and we hope that Lady Luck smiles upon you as we go into the adventure here. First of all, I'm gonna roll a d4. Actually, no, I'm not gonna roll a d4 because one of you has to go first for sure.
Los Bardas?
Los Bardas.
Bardas.
Yeah, Bardas.
Bardas.
2 S's.
Or the Lost Bards.
Oh.
Yeah. Because only bards could find their way into a tropical jungle and then land in the one spot that's a desert and go, this is where we settle.
Yeah.
So the first person we're going to go to, Quinn,
Yes.
I want you to tell me, what in your day-to-day life, in your character's day-to-day life, what are they normally up to?
So,
Before we get into any descriptions of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
so Guinness Ripley is a very wealthy landowner and sort of gambling hobbyist. They own the land that several casinos were then built on, and have just as part of like the proprietary management of a lot of them, but really doesn't do a lot.
Like you're not hands-on.
Yeah, so I spend most of my time like waking up at about noon, eating like home cooked like private chef meals, and then like lounging by a pool, and then like going to a casino at like 7, 8 o'clock, and then just sort of like schmoozing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to be clear here that when you say that you own the land, that would be your company that owns the land.
Yeah, like the company that like I was like how long has Los Bardas been here?
Los Bardas has been around for probably around 500 years.
500 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think in the like beginning of Los Bardas, I think my family is one of the founding like groups.
Yeah.
And then like when Los Bardas became what it is now, which is probably more recent, like the idea of the casinos and like the style of it and like the ambiance and the vibe is like very much the stuff that I put into it.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a lot of like ownership towards the sort of classical Los Bardas vibe
yeah.
that Guinness has.
Like you were the stewards to what the city is.
Yeah, so like it's my family's company that owns a lot of the land, but like the general aesthetic that things are right now, like, and they have been for a little bit, is sort of Guinness's like brainchild. Like they're very involved with how things are looking.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And one more question: what is the Guinness's company name? Is it just the Guinness Corporation, or
I think it's so.
Sorry, Guinness. No.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is Ripley's Believe It or Not Real Estate.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Interesting. Okay, very cool. Okay. So, on this particular afternoon, you are lounging, as you do, hard at work, as a member of the lineage that founded this great city. You get to bask in its spoils. You have an infinity pool. You have like servants that tend to your every whim and need. You probably have 2 guys here just for grapes to feed.
Oh, I mean,
one to hold, one to put into your mouth.
Yeah, and 3 technically, because the other guy's got to pick them.
Yes, yeah. Like, you are living the high life.
Yeah.
Now, as you are enjoying your days in the sun, a halfling man in a small like suit Putz is up to you. You see like you see your like main attendants trying to stop this like basically force of nature halfling walking up to you, and like as
Do
you're
I
coming,
recognize the halfling?
you do recognize him. This is the this is the head of your board of directors, right? And you see like your head butler is like, I'm terribly sorry, sir. I tried to stop him. He wouldn't be allowed.
Let him through, Javier. Let him through. I know him. I know him.
And then he like takes a step back and is just like eyeing the small halfling man here.
Could you let them know to bring out some extra grapes for our guest?
Right away, sir. And Javier leaves. And then you see like your grape attendees also like take a step back and like, if there's no grapes, they got nothing to do.
Yeah, they're waiting for the more grapes to come.
Exactly. By your poolside, you see this halfling, mustachioed, hair slicked back, pinstripe suit here. And they go, Mr. Ripley.
It's a pleasure, as always.
I wish it were a pleasure to be here, but I am here on a matter of business now.
Oh, you know I don't like business before 6 p.m.
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry, but it could not wait.
It
And
must be important then.
pulls out the briefcase, opens it up, but passes you like a thick document here. And at the top of it is, I don't know what the legalese term of this is because I'm not a businessman right now. But it is a notice of a vote for your board of directors to have you removed as its head. Like your company has removed you from the head spot here.
Oh. I was still the head?
Well, yes. This is news to you that you were previously the head of the.
No, I thought I was just sort of a shareholder.
Oh, well.
Is this... Forgive me, but is this a bad thing?
Well, sir, yes.
Oh dear, that's no good.
For what it means is that we have frozen all company assets that has been funded through the corporation itself. Now, do tell me, do tell me as the DM. Do you think that because the company is under your family's name, you have your own stuff, how much of your wealth is personally yours versus how much is in the family and how much is in the corporation?
So
Because it needs to travel down the line to get to you.
I think the corporation is the thing that owns the land, and the thing that owns like these income stream.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is a lot I think that there is a lot of personal projects that that Guinness has done.
Yeah.
Sort of like consulting work with other casinos and stuff like that. That has given them like a pretty sizable amount of like resting.
Like, for
finance.
yourself, do you think it was like a person, like when you do consulting, is it as
It's a person. It's as myself.
That's
it's not
a personal. Okay.
It's not as like a representative of Ripley, believe it or not, real estate.
Okay.
It is purely like I think Guinness has a strong association with the aesthetic of the time.
Okay.
And I think that like more so than owning casinos, they enjoy like building and designing casinos.
Cool.
And I think that they do that as a personal thing, not as a business, like not as a like a figurehead corporation, but as like a private.
Your vested interest
Yeah.
is in the well-being of the city. And
Yeah, like I spend time making sure that the city is as Los Bardos as it can be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think taken aback by the lack of interest that you have. Your previous employee now, potential business partner, but obviously not right now.
Yeah.
Nods their head, leaves you with the paperwork, and bids you adieu. And
Do you want to stay for grapes? They're coming.
you know what? I could use a grape. And
Let's have just a couple grapes.
they sit with you. They have a couple of grapes. And as you have done for many years, you let the time roll by. You allow yourself to, again, bask in the spoils of the city. And this goes on for another couple years. This goes on where you don't feel the effects, but slowly they begin to show their face, where time over time you will look to a property that you in your taste and sensibilities have built slowly crumble. They are taken out and they are rebuilt gaudy. They are rebuilt tacky. And you see that
Not my city.
you see the way that you did not know that you had the control of the city, or you didn't know that you had the influence of the city that you did until you were shut out from it. When you start seeing these casinos popping up in far greater number, you have a sense of like what the perfect balance for Las Bardas should be, right? To make sure that though it may be a gambling hub, it's more than that in terms of like what a city is and should be. I think when you have this moment of realization, what do you think your first instinct is?
I think like Guinness is a rich and very again sitting on the down a very like laid back and let it go kind of person. And I think that like the things that they held very important to them were like the sort of the spirit of the city that they helped sort of shape and form. And they rested for a long time without feeling the need to really take a stance on anything, because for a long time they felt confident in their input and their ability to sort of like their opinion was holding weight and they had value.
Yes.
And then I think probably over the past couple of years, like people stopped listening and people stopped like caring about what like Guinness was saying.
Yes.
And then the city started moving into something that is less of a sort of like celebration and more of like a tourist attraction.
Yes, 100%.
And I think that like when that starts to happen, I think Guinness because Guinness is a hard worker and is somebody who will do the thing that they have to, but hasn't felt the need for a while. And I think that like it may take a little bit for them to get back into it, but they are feeling like, okay, shit's wrong now. Then they need to be reminded about what the city is. So I think there's like, it's like sort of like a, all right, hike up your bootstraps kind of time to get back to work. The city needs me.
Like you're the like retired member that's like, well, these kids ain't doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm an older I'm an older person, and very like set in the style of their time, but with like a deep understanding of what made the city good to begin with,
Yeah.
and how much it's losing that. And I think that like I just want to send a reminder to this city about what exactly made it so great.
Okay. Now, in terms of how you aim to do this, what I guess what information are you looking for so you know where to start your quest? I suppose.
Well, I want to find. I haven't probably been involved with the business side of things.
Yes.
For a
Yeah.
while, but I want to see who the other major players are
Yes, for sure.
in terms of like who is building these casinos, who is making these choices,
Yeah.
and like who people are listening to now.
Okay.
Because they're clearly not doing the correct things anymore.
And before I ask for the check, because this is important in terms of like the history of the city, what race is Guinness?
Guinness is a tiefling.
Okay, so in terms of like lifespans, your family may have been there from the beginning, but like that's many generations.
So Guinness is probably at this point maybe like 70 or so, and like probably got involved with the sort of design and sensibility of the city when they were in their about 20s.
Okay, and because we got into it very quickly, just off of my need for information there. What does Guinness look like?
So Guinness is a bit of a bigger guy, very like square jaw, kind of heavy, blocky kind of figure. They wear they're immaculately like dressed in like velvet smoking jackets
Yes.
and like big like semi fur and stuff like that, like that classical like rich 1920s kind of like metropolitan look.
Yes.
They got like these giant glasses on, big like kind of bushy mustache, like huge gold hoop earrings, and then like gray hair, but it's like coiffed and like shaped perfectly in this like little wave to the side.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the check, first check of this, the one shot here. I want you to do an investigation check here.
Not my strongest suit.
Yeah. I do want you to make it with advantage because you know how to play the game to a degree. Though the game may have shifted, the game
Can I pitch something?
you can.
My approach to this is to find people who will tell me things, and like go to people and convince them to share information.
Yeah,
Can I
absolutely.
make persuasion instead?
Yes, I will allow you, like, as a mover and shaker of the city, I will allow you to place yourself in situations where the ongoings come to you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I know there are people that I still know because like the older folk in the city are still involved in a way, and they would know me and who I am and what I've done, and I want to sort of find like those contacts in the environment and sort of schmooze them up a bit, buy them a drink, and then see if they want to share some detailed information about the business dealings in the city. Yeah.
Love it. Okay, go ahead and roll the persuasion check.
Okay, do I still get advantage?
Yes, I will allow that.
That is a 25.
25, incredible. The old man still got it. You live out the socialite. You move with the grace of a tenured socialite. You're able to quickly like lock into who is going to be important and who will be able to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
So with your 25 check, basically, when you were ousted as the head of your company there,
Yeah.
there was it basically that halfling gentleman that talked to you basically did take your spots. And I think like with that check too, you know it wasn't personal,
Yeah.
but like you weren't as
We shared
involved.
grapes.
You guys shared grapes. You
Yeah.
guys broke grapes together.
Exactly. We had pre-wine.
And though we tried to hold on to his position, he very quickly lost it. There was another, basically the power vacuum that you held, he was not able to, though he had been like basically covering you for you for so long, because your initial vision wasn't in line with what they wanted to turn it into.
Yeah.
They got someone who matched the vision of the board.
Gotcha.
And that person is Auron Ferromine.
Auron Ferromine.
Auron.
The biggest bitch in the world.
Yes. They got their start. They're also old money, for one. This is because dwarves live much longer. This is actually the son of one of the city's founders, Ivan Ferromine, who had always been around. And I think you know this already as well, whereas like you were greatly invested in the city, and then like when it hit a point where you were comfortable with it,
Yeah.
you were able to take a step back. They let it sit until they saw an opportunity to kind of grasp up. And with their interest in capital rather than spirits, it has shifted the landscape.
Yes.
So you know that Auron is kind of the main person here. They still run the casino that like, I believe it's the city's first, unless you think yours what came out beforehand. Actually, no, yeah, no. This would have been the city's first. So he's the owner of the, I believe it's called the Golden Horde.
Yeah. It's the city's first casino, but it like it wasn't. It's not in the style of the city.
Yeah, it is very much its own thing.
Yeah.
So, you know that like they have been slowly shifting the entire city to form like their image. You've met this person before. It's not their image. It's the image of what will make them the most.
Yes, it's the full-on profit. Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of additional information there, you know that like the trust in Auron is based off of like the capital gain from investors and everything like that.
Yeah.
You also know that like in terms of the movers and shakers, again, they might not particularly like him, but
He gets money.
he gets money and they trust that he gets it and keeps it. Another piece for that persuasion check, you know that they are going to be running a charity event in their casino where all of the biggest movers and shakers of the city are going to, and beyond, basically people from beyond Los Bardos are going to be coming in. They are going to be bringing their own goods and riches to Auron's vault within the city, or within the casino. I think the thought crosses your mind that if anything happens to any of it, the trust that Auron has formed
He's
will be sundered.
Yeah, like he's in command right now because people have a faith in his ability to like keep things safe, but not because they enjoy him or his style.
Yes, exactly.
So if I can prove that the safety of their assets is not entirely there,
Yes.
then I can shatter everything about him.
And we're going to go to the next player. For our other players, actually, this one I am going to roll.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo.
Because Quinn was the bankroll. Quinn needs us to start. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. All right, so. So we are going to go to Dion. I need a little bit from you before we get rolling into this.
Okay.
Now, first of all, does Dion live within the city of Las Bardas?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a Bardas bully.
And in terms of his day-to-day, what do you think he's doing on a given day in Las Bardas?
Running small scams, basic pickpocket work here and there is just kind of keeping the skills sharp. I'd say overall he's planning heists. Like that's kind of been his thing for the past few years. Small scale, just like taverns or particular merchants of interest in the city.
Perfect.
Like he's been slowly building up to something bigger.
Excellent. Okay. Here's how we'll start.
Already did.
Beautiful. Love it. So I want you to explain what Dion looks like, and I want you to do so knowing that they are currently with a bag over their head and with ropes around their arms and legs, placed on a chair.
All right. So, currently, Dion, all you can of like sandy garb. It's kind of in the nomadic style, but there's definitely some more modern cuts, which is kind of like the current youthful fashion of the city. I'm just gonna add that into the lore.
I dig it. Yeah.
Think like Prince of Persia streetwear.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And bag over his head. What kind of bag? Paper bag? Sack?
This is
Plastic, you're suffocating.
Exactly. It's actually a gift bag to Sears, like
Okay.
or like Spencer's. Like,
Sears reusable bag over
no,
his
yeah,
head.
like it's like a burlap sack over your head, that sort of thing.
And like you see these ropes tying his hands and legs, but in addition to those, there's seemingly another rope or cord of some kind that
yeah.
kind of wraps around from his upper body down to his left leg, and it just
Beautiful.
kind of spirals all around him
Okay, perfect.
in a golden sheen.
What I will say is that when the burlap sack is removed from your head, you see two like large, sort of like pinstripe mobster gentlemen there. The rope that's currently around you, they don't know this, but it is yours. And they're like, "Hey, why were you sneaking around the back?"
Sneaking. I promise you, I was just looking for a spot to leak the lizard. You understand, it's been quite a heavy drinking day with all the festivities.
You see the one, like, actually, give me a deception check. Give me just deception check.
I will say, admit it, he's not trying.
Yeah, okay.
so,
Okay, yeah. So, like,
Passive deception.
passive.
Yeah, he's really not. He's really not trying.
Yeah. Leak the lizard, eh? And then they like they have like a wall of like faces that are not allowed in this particular casino. Rips one off and they're like, "Are you hold on, what's your fucking name?
Are you the Prince of Persia?
Are you Dion Fanes?"
Oh, you got me confused. That there is my twin brother Fiondanes. It's a shocking resemblance, I know. That one's a scoundrel and a miscreant. You wouldn't catch me within 5 yards, 50 yards, 78 yards of that motherfucker. Yes.
They're looking at the
Quite
poster, they're like, "Well, you're gonna fetch us a mighty little bounty here, aren't you?"
What was the last name again? Sorry?
Fanes?
Fanes,
Is that
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Phanes.
So like as they're like talking about
Sorry,
like
how many people is it? Just two?
there's only 2 in this room right now.
Kill him.
Kill them all, Peter.
Yeah. So you see, and again, you are not restrained. You look restrained. But they're like talking to themselves about like what they're gonna get with like once they turn you into the Los Bardes police, basically. As they kind of like shift their attention towards their own, you know, like what they want, you get a sending. You receive a sending, and the message reads, "The goods are secured. Get out of there."
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and use a feature. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. I'm gonna go ahead and manifest an echo, and can do that about 15 feet away. So how far? I assume my situation is like I'm facing them, but they're facing kind of like not completely away from me,
Yeah.
but like 3/4 kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Talking about.
yeah, they're not turned away from you, but they're just kind of like turned towards each other. So they'll probably see you out of the corner of your eye if you try something. But again, the speed at which they understand that is up to how well you do here.
So on the opposite end, I'm gonna place my echo,
Yeah.
so that they can very clearly see it. And then with a wee bit of ventriloquism, I'm gonna have it say, "Looks like your ropes were a little too loose there, boys."
Both of them turn their heads to the echo. Ventriloquism, is that something that you have in your class, or is that something you're trying here?
That's something I'm doing as just a man. Just a,
You're gonna give me this is a performance check.
Yeah,
There's a performance check.
Ooh, 16 plus. I don't think I have anything in performance, but I do have some charisma.
Karima?
18.
18? Cool. They whip their heads around, they see the shadow, they see you there, and in terms of your Echo Knight shadow, what does the like is there a visual? What's the visual distinction between you and the shadow?
So it basically, yeah, it's Echo. It's Echo from League of Legends. It is. I'm just
like a
just
glowing-
taking it.
So there is like a glow.
It's just a clone that is like. It doesn't look like it belongs in this reality. I guess within D&D, it would look like half ethereal almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's like a blue highlighted like
Yeah.
sort of like okay.
Like a Jedi ghost.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're summoning a force ghost in the corner. Your voice seems to travel past from it and into the room, and both of the guys are like, "Hey!" And they saunter over. Their backs are turned from you in the chair, and they're about to beat the shit out of this thing. What do you do as they're taking their strikes against this?
The posturing of you going like this and then saying saunter.
With their first
chugging.
step, I'm going to take my whip and I'm trying to bind at their ankles
Hell yeah.
for the guy on the, let's say left.
Sure.
And I just want to trip him on his nose.
Awesome. Give me an attack roll. See how you do.
So the,
Sad and
so really should not use a new app.
Plus what?
Plus 6.
Plus 6? 13? They are not wearing armor. They are wearing suits. So
Straight.
you're able to catch them right on the ankle, and then call it like a tripping action. Just sticks to the ankle, yoinks back, fully just boom, smacks down. The other guy's like mid swing, punches the shadow. Does 15 hit it?
Believe so.
Yeah. Your echo basically dissipates.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
Plus proficiency, yeah.
You're playing with them. So one guy is on the ground, picking himself up. The other one goes for a swing. The echo, like, I don't even think it really missed so much as like, it's like hitbox is different than its like projected form. So like he clips through the chin, and like you're still just taunting. But because you've unraveled your rope, you are free to stand up now and do as you please.
And I say to the guy that's currently swung and missed at the Echo, "Are you sure that's the biggest of your concerns right now?"
And he turns around, he's like, "What?" And the other guy's like turns around and he's like, "Hey!" And then like they pull out like they're like it's like a Tommy gun, but it's like arrows instead of like bullets.
Like a machine crossbow.
Yeah, like you know, like the Helsing movie, like with Hugh Jackman. One of them, like, like he like reaches like there's like a strap off the table. He yanks it down, grabs that. I think you're getting to act here first, though. You see him reaching for it. What are you doing?
So is he moving or is he just reaching like from his current position?
Oh yeah, like he like he's on the ground, crawls over, grabs the thing.
Oh, he crawls over.
Aiming
You
it.
say
Yes.
Sentinel.
Oh shit. Okay. Go ahead and make an attack. Yeah.
That opportunity goof. That's a 5 and a 6. So not 6. What is 6?
It's 6.
11.
Okay. For these guys, it matches. So go ahead and roll damage, and you stop them in its tracks. He reaches for it, and then like the sentinel just kind of like.
Do you like grab his wrist when he reaches up to get it?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like basically, your Echo is doing all the fighting for you here, and it's winning.
3 plus 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah. Cool. These guys are the level that you're facing off against right now. These guys are mooks. So you do your damage. You see him like cry out in pain from the like it's a whip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lash across the cheek, and he's just like, "Oh motherfucker!" Stops in his track, and you see the other guy's like, "Get the," and then like he's just like, "You know what? Yo, fuck this." He's gonna. I think he understands the situation of it. He's gonna go up to you at this point, and he's gonna take a swing again. Does a this is an this is a unnatural 20.
Is that it?
Just a regular roll 20.
Yes. It
Yeah.
Just a regular 20.
Yeah, just like a standard 20. Yeah.
Just like your normal 20.
Yeah. It's okay. So that is going to be 6 piercing damage as he takes his like, it's basically like a switchblade, and then just shanks into the side. You see a little bit of blood coming off your side there. He is in front of you. You have your Echo, basically toying with the other guy. What do you do from this point? You receive another sending spell as well, going, "Where the fuck are you?" You got 10 seconds.
9.
They timed it out.
Okay. Is the other guy still on the ground?
Yeah, the other guy's still on the ground. He hasn't moved.
Still on the ground.
Like he didn't stand up and go. He tried to move and then got stopped. So
Right. Okay.
yeah.
So, doors on the other. I'm just picturing right now. I'm facing off against this dude, and then
Yeah.
on the other side of him is his friend crawling away or trying to.
Yeah.
My Echo, and then the door. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna swap places with my Echo.
Yeah.
The whip has a range on it, so
Yes,
by
it
the time
does.
I would have done that reaction attack, he actually would have got out of his range. So I don't need to disengage. I'm just gonna walk up to the door now.
Love it. Love it.
Good seeing y'all. I'll catch up later. All right.
Like, he gets a nick on you and he's feeling really good.
Professional.
He's gonna go for another one and then like stabs through the chest and then like just like a shit-eating smile from like the Echo. And he's like, "What?" Turns around, sees the other guys, like he's ready to shoot like you as well. Doesn't realize that you're already behind him, and like you like book it out the door. You were like in like a small room, a part of a warehouse there. You see like a horse and carriage come up there.
Whip out to the horse and carriage, grab onto it, and I'm in.
Yeah, you drive off horse and carriage. You see you see like a. It's almost like a Victorian sort of like wizard hat in the carriage like back part, and then another individual in the front steering the horses, and he's like, You came out just in, and then you see an explosion in the warehouse behind you.
You know, we didn't need to do the whole thing. Like, I was good.
And you see the guy driving the horses. He's like, "But they wanted to."
I like this guy.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with
But
you.
I wanted to.
And the three of you are off. You guys are outs. You have received as an offering to your god. You have stolen from the Balabog boys.
The Balabog boys.
Ballabong.
Balabog boys.
Billabong boys.
The Billabongs.
Oh no.
You're gonna have skaters come after you.
Whoa, dude, that was like so totally not cool, dude. Like, but yeah, you're in. Next up, we're going to go to,
Real quick, with those riches, pan off to big feast with the boys, buying a bunch of like
oh,
unnecessarily
we'll get to the
expensive
feast in a
clothes.
second. Here.
Okay.
This will be, this is the next scene.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. And then, so we're gonna go to the next person here. I'm gonna roll this again too. I'm just gonna throw all my dice on the grounds. We are going to pan out from the horse and carriage driving away from the newly blown up warehouse. And we are going to go to Nathaniel. Because you gave me your stuff yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are also living the high life right now. You are basically you are in like a basically you are at like a blackjack table. You have like a couple of like high rollers here. Or sorry, not a blackjack table. It's a poker table. And all of you are kind of like staring down one another. You know that's like, you can make it out pretty big here with just one more hand.
Just one more hand.
And you see you see the guy across from you. He's like he's a lizard folk individual, and he's just like, I don't think you have anything here. The way that poker works here, I'm going to explain this real quick.
You look like a guy on a poker television show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to take 5d6.
Actually, to be honest, you look like in TV shows when a cop pretends to be like a gambler.
Oh my god. You got the Jake Peralta going on. Like,
Yeah, you got the wire in.
Hell
you're not rolling all of them right now. You're rolling 3 of them.
Three.
This
Oh,
is your
yeah,
fucking.
This
oh,
is your
hell yeah.
hand. This is your hand. Yeah, so go ahead, roll your dice. Do you know how poker works normally?
Yeah.
He hasn't been on that Bellatro grind.
It's been a minute though, but yeah.
Okay. So basically, pairs are good, triplets are good. If you're able to get a full like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is the best. So with the knowledge of what you have, would you say that you are doing good or bad with this hand?
He's got a pair.
I got a pair.
Okay.
It's all right.
Okay. Now, looking at the other guy, you see like it's going around. You have you're starting the round basically. So if you think you're good, you can either fold or raise. With a pair, do you fold or raise?
I'm gonna raise.
You're gonna raise?
Hell yeah.
How much? And I want you to answer this with the knowledge that you currently have absolutely nothing.
I have nothing. Okay.
You have chips, you do not have money. You're not even sure where you got the chips.
You know, he's sitting there at the table. He's like, "Will, you know, I don't think you have good hand, and he's gonna double it.
Double it? Cool. So right now, there's 10 G's on the line. You doubled it to 20.
Nice. He's a big he's a high roller.
Yeah. And you see like people across the table, like there's probably like 5 other people. You see the first 2 just like, that's a little rich for my blood. They're folding. It gets to like our friend the lizard folk. He's like, lizard folk only see what is. And I think you're a liar. He matches you. And then you see like the other people also just fold. They're here, they're watching. Roll me your 4th number.
Come on, another one.
Another one.
Oh,
Okay, what did you roll there?
2.
Okay, interesting. Can I have 1d6, by the way? Oh, thank you very much. Now, with what you have, you still only have a pair, correct?
Yeah.
You can fold or you can raise. And you can also take your turn to see what's going on with our friends.
Cut.
Mhm.
Inside check. Inside check. Inside check.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Insight check?
You sit there, they'll
Okay.
be like, well, I've been a part of this game for a while, and you seem like someone who just brushed up here. I'm gonna insight check him.
Cool. I also want you to roll just a raw charisma check.
Hell yeah.
Insight check.
How's that charisma look?
Pretty damn good. Do I get advantage?
Pardon?
Advantage or no?
Yes, charisma check? Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, advantage will come in.
19.
Mhm.
Just raw charisma?
Pardon?
Raw charisma?
Raw charisma, yeah.
21.
Cool. And then what was the insight check again? Did you roll that as
He
well?
hasn't rolled that yet.
Nah,
Oh, okay. I would roll that. Yeah.
10 insight.
Okay.
That is 9.
Okay.
9. Yeah. It's
It's
pretty
minus
low.
1?
Yeah, -1, 9. Yeah.
Okay. You
He's got that big wisdom
you
score.
have a pair, and you don't think this guy has shit. You don't think that there's a chance in hell that this guy has anything. Now, do you raise or do you fold?
He's gonna raise.
You're gonna raise? How
Yeah.
much?
Triple it.
That's,
All in.
You're currently all in.
I'm out of money, right? No money.
You
But-
don't have money.
You
I
don't
don't
have
have
any
a-
money. You just have 30. Apparently, you have. What would this be? You have $50,000 in chips.
I
Okay.
am all her.
The amounts that you've savanted your way into this situation is incredible.
Yeah. He's gonna take a moment. And he's gonna be like, well, you seem like someone who
No, tell me, what do I seem like?
you know, if I were you, I would dip out on this next hand.
'Kay.
I wouldn't. And he's just gonna go all in.
I want you to give me a deception check. This is also with advantage for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Please
Go to the
Is it
bathroom.
going-
He's
it's
in
going
an
all
extra
over this,
30
yeah.
grand.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's another pair. Does that count?
So
That is.
That's 2 pair.
That is.
They
I rolled
know.
2 5s. I'm +5, so that's only a 10.
okay, what I want you to do now, as they have also matched your pot. Like they off of that, they go. All right, we have a game. Pushes the matching. So this is 50,000 or 50 G's
Yeah.
total,
No, 50 G's each.
Or
It's a
like, sorry, each,
$100,000
yeah.
pot.
Yeah. Plus like the start. But yeah.
And it's apparently a $10,000 blind, so it's probably $140,000 in the middle right now.
Crazy. You're going to roll your last dice now.
Come on, I believe in you.
That's a 6. No, that's a 6.
That's a 6.
Oh, that's 6 or what?
Flip it over.
Oh, that's a 6. Shit.
No,
Terrible.
this is bad for you.
The back and forth, I think that like, though this is in like the high roller sort of area, I think all of the like the service staff, all of the like, call it the arm candy that like comes around, all of the other gamblers, they see the intensity of this mounting throughout each of the hands and have like, it's quieted the room, and people are out looking at this hand. The reveal comes. So you actually show first. So do you show them your hand?
I mean, you kind of have to.
I have no other choice, hey?
If you don't, you scratch and you lose it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you show them, and what do you have exactly? I want you to say it to the camera here.
So
Say
I
it to the
have
security cameras.
I have a pair of ones.
Does that count as an ace, or is that a
Is
2?
that
No,
eight
Those
or-
are ones. Those are like
That's a
this
2.
would be 2s. It would be the equivalent.
But
Yeah.
ace is
Yeah, it'd be 2 6s. Those
Ace
would
is
be
not
hit
high for this game.
Yeah, not on dice. No.
I was watching you roll the dice, and Nathaniel was getting worse and worse off.
Yeah. The lizard man laughs. You went all in on a pair of 2s? He shows his pair of 4s.
Oh man.
And just starts like hissing and laughing uproariously. Now, as this is happening, you see a couple of like security personnel like walk up and behind you, and you see like the butler is like, or like not the butler, the what do you call it? The floor manager of the casino is like
The pit boss.
the pit boss.
Yeah.
Is like, now there's the matter of squaring your tab.
Hey man, I got you. My my guy over there, manager, he'll get it for you. And he just points to a random guy across the way.
Give me a deception check.
Just some other person in the building.
This is with advantage, but like, yeah.
Deception again?
Yeah, this is deception. How do you do?
I rolled a 1 and a 9, but I have a +5. That's a 14.
14? Okay. Hold on.
He just needs a split second.
We're rolling bad.
They unwaveringly, like the lizard man's laughing, raking in all of the money he just made. You see the people like they were invested because with your charisma, they thought you were really fucking cool. That was a cool check, and people are like they're
so cool.
They kind of in their own heads kind of made it like, oh, you're the protagonist of this like section.
You're
here.
the underdog who's trying to get one over on the big reptilian
And-
Illuminati lizard man.
and like as they like start peeling off, they start like walking away from the table. I think the thought in your mind the thought crosses your mind that the house always wins. And as that thought crosses your mind, the pit boss is like, well, let's take you to him. They start walking you to the random guy you just pointed at.
D100 if it's me.
No, I like it. They take you to a silver fox of a man, and we're gonna cut there. See, this is why we love D&D.
I thought it was gonna be like a roll a d100. If it's 100, it's me. I'm like, well, hello, gentlemen.
Nope. This is
That's so funny.
I think it like when it's just better than what I'm thinking. I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. I love this shit.
I'm a gambler. I like to hang out in the high rollers, you know.
Finally. Now, for your situation,
All right, now what in media res do we got for you?
yeah.
Also, I want to roll my poker hand. Can I have my dice back?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Here, go ahead. So,
Oh yeah, go for it.
going to Thane now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you Winard?
A straight is 5, right? Even though it's 5 dice.
Yeah, straights win.
Okay, well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Does not count. That's nothing at all. Okay.
I just lost my hand when you show up. Oh, those are.
Yeah, you run empty as you see. Okay. Within your order, do you think that you, in terms of your day-to-day, is it spent primarily within the halls of your order, or is it?
So here's what I kind of think. So you remember the first Assassin's Creed game where like Altair would go to Jerusalem or whatever, and there would be like a headquarters that he has to climb into to get to?
Yeah.
That's where I think he spends most of his time.
Okay.
When he's out on the streets, he's playing the part of like just a beggar or whatever,
Yeah.
rambling about just bullshit in the streets.
Nice.
I love it. Okay.
Love that.
So, you are playing the part right now. This will just be like a general, just a deception check to see like, if any, basically any eyes that are more aware of their surroundings catch wind of you.
Not one. No way.
Instantly.
You're a fucking sail for all the wind I catch.
Holy shit.
I love starting with this energy. Okay.
Damn.
So, something about you today is just a little more overzealous than usual. And you see something of a procession going down the streets that you are currently scouting for. You know that your what is in line with your your mission is to find any leads for the artifacts. You are looking to find anything that can that's even like a hint, a shred, anything of the sorts. And that can be from like hearsay, that can be from anything. As you are playing the role of the beggar, you step out 1 foot too far into the line of the guards and the procession that is crossing through the streets. And one of the guards immediately grabs you by the scruff and like pushes you against the wall. Do you contest this in any way?
No, I let him push me up against the
Okay,
wall.
totally. You take this would be just 4 damage.
Okay.
Call it unarmed. Just he's like, you better watch your place, filth. And you see like a flight of guards. I don't know if that's the proper like multitude.
It's a flight of Concords and a flight of guards.
Yeah, you see a murder of guards. You see a gaggle of guards.
Yeah.
Traveling through the streets, and within the procession, you see like one carriage holding clearly like someone very royal, is very important. And then behind this, you see like a longer set of goods and riches like there is like high security detail here, and it's clear to you that it is in the interest of transporting valuables through the streets here. And like, give me a perception check here as like the guard like lets you go. When they deem you like not a threat, and they're not just being a bastard with power.
Imagine.
Could you imagine? I couldn't.
Imagine a guard not abusing their power.
23.
23? Excellent. So with the 23, you recover yourself there. You hold on to your facade, and people watching don't take any mind to you, and they begin to gossip about the procession. They begin to gossip about who is traveling and what it is. And the who and the what don't take your particular notice. The who doesn't take your particular notice, but what does take your notice is the what. Here, hold on. Give me 1 second. Because though not in this particular procession, you know that many other wealthy individuals will be traveling in similar caravans to the city of Las Bardas. And in regards to what that means to you, I want you to also give me a investigation check here. Go ahead and roll this with advantage. Because you have a lead, I think there's enough to like get specifics.
Dope. My highest was a 12.
12, okay. So with a 12, there's a lot of false positives in your search, in the search from your order. There has not been a true indicator of where or what, where your artifact has been, and who has been holding it. But your contact from within the city, because when goods are entered, and if they're of a magical nature, they do need to be declared.
Fucking customs.
Just for the safety of the citizens and for the basically to understand like you know, what level is required to actually secure everything in transport. And of the leads, there's one that stands out in your head of a particular book. The valuation of it is reaching into 6 figures. With the description of it, though vague, matches what is known of your ancient tomb.
Instead of hanging out on the streets and trying to gain more information about it, instead I am going to make my way back to the headquarters of my order, and I'm going to enter into them. And I think that the way that they do this, at least for a certain like level of people in this order, is so the Shadow Monk has this like teleport ability where they can teleport if they're within dim or darkness.
Yes.
So I like the idea that he goes into like the shadows of a back alley, and from there he can see into like the second or third story of another building.
Yes.
And he just goes in like
Just into the next one, and then up to where you're feasibly able to get into the.
Yeah.
And I think that for your monastery, the materials chosen are going to be very specifically designed to obscure light. So once you get up to a certain height, it's very easy to get into your monastery if you have the prowess and skills, which you do. So you enter you enter the monastery, and what are you looking for?
I am going to find the scribe of this building, and I'm going to see if they have any information on any big events that are upcoming in the city.
And I think this will be important too. Is your is this monastery, though it may not be like the main one, is it in Las Bardas?
I think, yeah, like in the same way that like in Assassin's Creed 1, the headquarters are in Jerusalem and Acre, and like they're in the middle of the city, but like probably in not quite the slums, but like not far off of that, you know?
Okay.
So
Yeah, like I think that like speaking to the scribe, you'd very quickly get like this is an event. So basically, the charity event at the Golden Horde is a known event. So basically, like I think to the common folk, it would be like
like the Stampede or the Olympics are kind of coming to town. All these big wigs are gonna be showing up, but
yeah, like I think it's like it's exciting because people of stature are there, but like in terms of the events, the event is that they're here,
right, yeah,
right?
Plus isn't it like a charity event? Like there's like some sort of celebration.
Yeah. So like in terms of the celebration, it is the anniversary of it's not the anniversary of the settlement of Las Bardas. It's the anniversary of
the Golden Horde.
It's yes,
The 300th anniversary of the Golden Horde Casino.
It is the at 500 years. That's not there's got to be a word for it.
the half millennial,
Bimillennial.
yeah, bimillennial. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so this is the bimillennial celebration of the Golden Horde. The date of which that they celebrate is not when they like cut the rope and everything, but it is when basically where is he? So the Red Dragon Dragovich was slain here, making the land basically settleable.
Was the Horde the thing that founded the city?
Pardon?
The Horde of the Dragon was the thing that founded the city?
Yes.
And made it the richest place in
Basically,
the desert.
the
of the
amount of
jungle?
money that they found within the Horde allowed them to basically gather enough resources to create Las Bardas as it is.
I love that.
Yeah. And basically, like, yeah, this is like, basically the Pharaohmine family, they basically built the casino over top of the original like caverns.
Oh, the Dragon's Cave?
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
Greedy The cave place, fine. The Ripleys are mad about it.
dwarves.
For
Well, what would the
500
elves have it then?
The Ripleys are mad. For 500 years, the Ripleys have been pissed that they got the cave.
Yeah. They're like, we own every property but the one that matters. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we own fucking 60% of the strip, but you guys got the fucking cave. Okay, whatever.
but yeah, effectively, so you know what the purpose of the celebration is. You know that the movers and shakers of the areas, like within the province, are going to be moving in to celebrate, basically, and to celebrate the goodwill that Las Bardas has for their country.
Yeah, fuck. They care so much about the city. Fuck.
Oh yeah, totally. They totally care so much. They're like, hey,
I don't give a fucking shit about the city. I don't fucking care at all about what the city was.
Yeah. So like in regards to like what good this all is to you, it's one of the best leads that your order has had in years. And then the scribe here, because though they had tracked that an event was going to happen, the likelihood of the tomb showing up here, like the artifact showing up for this, though higher than most places, was not on the map until basically yourself and your your own circle had basically deduced that one of the attendees may be carrying this in, and they may already be in the city.
Just lay down.
Yeah, so basically, where you are currently, yeah, so basically, you know that they want, you know that you want to be here, you know that the goods are going to be held within the Golden Horde. And you know that your best bet to find this is somewhere among the treasures. But we're going to cut back to a poker table. So I think that for Guinness, you are here to play the table, but you are also here because you have heard of a young upstart that has been able to swindle his way through high society.
Yeah.
Watching him in action, the only thing holding him back is his own luck.
Yeah. If only he had some sort of fortune.
So
Could I do something before we get to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Felt like as we're walking over.
Yeah. So you're going to the random person you pointed to.
Yeah, random person.
Yes, for sure.
As we're walking over, Leo is gonna be like, "Hey guys, I know you guys are super professional and been a long day with work and stuff, but my manager, he can be a bit tight. If you don't mind, could you just stand here, big smile? I'll go talk to him quickly, and I'll be right back."
And give me another. This is a deception check because you have no fucking clue. Again, with advantage.
Okay.
This is complete fucking lie.
I love it. I fucking love it.
At 21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay. You say that with confidence. And when the combination of how smooth your delivery is and seeing who you pointed to, they immediately clocked that you are a bigger fish than they ever thought.
Bigger
And
fish,
they listen to you, and they take the step back, and they now the expectation is that you go of your own accord to talk to this person,
Yeah.
right? So you walk up to.
I'm like,
this.
as I'm leaving, yeah, just remember, big smile, good energy, we'll be good. And I'll walk up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
And I just lost my poker hand, and I'm like, oh, dearie me, I guess fortune doesn't favor me in this city anymore, I don't think.
hey there, old fellow, you looking pretty nice. Could have a quick chat?
I'm, I know of this person, right?
You know, yeah, you 100% know of Leo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are here. This is the primary objective
Yeah.
for you right now. Yeah.
I'm just like, right. Excuse me from the table, everybody. I'm just going to have a word.
Of course, Mr. Ripley. Of course.
Yeah. Let me,
Step off, just kind of into the middle of the
Yeah.
casino floor.
let me keep this quick, swift, and simple.
Hey, get out of there.
Fucking going crazy in my jacket right now.
On the recording
Absolute
equipment.
sicko mode.
Yeah, let me keep this swift and simple. Now, I've been riding these waves here for a while, and those two fellas pointing back, they got something nice to offer you. Now, As I was saying, I've been riding this wave in this ocean for a while, and
I'm
those
going
two
to stop.
fellas
I'm going to stop you right there.
have.
You said you're going to keep it short and sweet, and you haven't gotten to the point.
Alright, let me just keep it swift. Those two fellas, they got 11 fish waiting out back for you.
I'm going to make an insight check on this kid.
Absolutely. And then go ahead and make that deception check.
Yeah. That is a 23.
I got a 19.
And sorry, what did you say prior to about the guards?
I said they have 11 fish waiting in the back room.
11 fish? You don't think that he's lying, you just think that it's strange.
Yeah. I mean, so there is the course that I believe what he's saying, but I also know who he is and have a general idea of what's happened in the casino.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think my interpretation of this is just being like, wow, he's a really good liar.
Love it. Yes, 100%.
And I think I'm just gonna look at you and I'm gonna be like, you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd believe you on that one. Now here, and I kind of put my arm over his shoulder and I like turn him away from the guards, and I'm like, no, you're going to tell me what's actually going on and what you need from me, or else I'm going to fish you back to the guards and they're gonna beat the shit out of you in the back room. You think I don't know Tom and Jerry back there?
And there's a moment where Leo just takes off his glasses and just like, hey man, I'm just in big fucking trouble right now and I just need a handout. Like seriously, like just like those guards.
okay.
I got no money, man. Like I don't know. Like it's rough. It's rough, man.
Okay, calm down. You can put the glasses back on. Okay, go back to being cool. How much are you though?
So it's been about how much was it again?
It's 50 G's.
50 grand.
Oh, you got yourself in some big trouble, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you see how I dress. You know I'm good for it. That's why you picked me out of the crowd. Now, 50 grand is a lot of money. Were you willing to make it up to me?
If you cover it, I got your back.
Okay, let's go talk to Tom. And I kind of like, with my arm around him still, like escort him back over to the guards. I'm like, hey fellas, seems like my,
Mr. Ripley.
of course, seems like my friend here has been betting above their station. Is that correct?
Well, it appears so.
You think at this point I'd have knocked some sense into the kid, huh?
Well, if, with due respect, that's why you pay us, sir.
It's fair enough. Now, how much is the tab?
Well, including drinks and other amenities, 75 G's.
75.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot to include that part.
Hey, you're getting the villa, huh?
25 grand
Okay,
at
I
the mini
didn't-
bar
I
in his
didn't-
hotel
I
room.
didn't tell you that you could get the villa, but okay. 75, you can add it to my tab. It will be paid.
Right away, sir.
No worries on that one. Just if you see the kid at the high rollers, let me know. He's not quite ready.
We already got his face.
Oh, he's on the wall.
As you guys are talking about it, like a minor illusion forms on the wall with your face on it.
Yeah. Is like, maybe we'll have him stick to the lower stakes. All right. You can add it to the tab. I'm going to take this kid back home.
Sounds good, sir. Right
And
away, sir.
I again, like, firmly escort you back around and, like, start walking out of the casino.
The two of you, and in regards to what you know, would you call this the beginning of your recruitment?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think, like, I needed somebody who could, like, get the ball rolling and had the contacts that they needed to like get other people involved.
Yeah.
And I think that like my first and probably only recruitment is going to be Leo, and then Leo's going to get the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So this is the Soderbergh like. We're gonna as you're going through, and I won't make you roll for this. With your status in the city, you are fully aware that in terms of like networking information and networking who to get for specific things, you know that for one, you want to keep this relatively low profile until it blows up.
Yeah.
So asking like members of like the highest guilds is generally not a good idea if you're like just because they're the most like if you're looking for explosive right out the gate. You can go in gun blazing, but that's not how you would assume.
That's
that
not
this would go.
that's not the way the city works.
That's not how the city works. But what you do know is that of the established guilds, there is one that can keep things on the down low, and that's the Litany of Shadows, which will take you, Jordan. What's the best way to contact the Litany of Shadows?
I think honestly, they contact you when they think they can get something out of what you're doing. So I like the idea of he's looking around in the shades or whatever it's called, like the ghetto,
Yeah.
just for extra hands. And then he's approached by dudes from the litany, and he's like, "We heard you have a job."
I'm gonna say it's you that comes up first. And like, here's what. So you've shared with the scribe that you have the lead here. I think cutting back to it is like we're cut back to that conversation you have with the scribe. So when you report that you may have a lead on the artifact, the scribe walks out towards. I imagine there's like a holy symbol in the stained glass there that like reflects the sort of like energy of the society of the litany here, and they turn back to you and they go, "Well, it's your lead, is it not?"
Thane, I think, understands from that it's on him, and he does like a full, like down on the knees, prostrate. I understand my task.
They say nothing more, and we take you back to the shadow here. With your information gathering, I don't believe that the two of you together are the most subtle.
Well, I'm not there. I wouldn't be in the the scumbag city. Like the reason I got him is because he was in my world.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah,
So
totally.
then I can get him to go into his world and find the rest of the people.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, we're gonna cut back to just Leo here. You were walking through the streets looking for the shadiest. Now, you are a rogue, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you have access to something called Thieves' Cant, which is your ability to track symbols and code, basically, for illicit activity. With that said, now I want you to make an investigation check with advantage.
Sorry, Nathaniel, what's your character's name again?
Leo,
Leo, thank
the
you.
professional.
Leo, in parentheses, the professional, close parentheses, close quotations.
It's actually his last name, Leo, the professional.
In italics.
Yeah, it's written in Italian.
Investigation.
It's Elvis script. Sorry, what was that?
Investigation.
Investigation. Yeah, with
Leo
advantage.
los
Though.
professionalista.
Whew, good. 19.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So basically, you're able to follow these different markings and stuff across the different areas. This places you in the correct area to know that if you're looking for a job done, you will find someone to help. Now, from your side of things, you also give me an investigation check. It can be investigation or, no, I think this one has to be investigation.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
13.
beautiful.
I have a feeling that our group is not very smart on average.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
sure
we
that
don't talk
won't
about
come
that.
into play here. But basically,
I'm very wise.
the area that the area that Leo finds himself in is not the area that you cover, but with your sort of gumshoes affects here, you hear of a charming, it's someone that's not asking the right questions, but may share a common interest with you. And that takes you to Leo in the shadows here, from which you appear.
I kind of like the idea that you're taking like a moment off or whatever. You've been around the city, you've been talking to people, and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna take a break and have a coffee or something.
Yeah.
And you're just like leaning, you're leaning back or whatever in a small alleyway, which you can very clearly see that there is no entrances or exits to. And then I hear you were looking for people for a job.
Yeah, I am, actually. How did you find out?
It is our business to know such things.
Well, let me tell you, my boss, anyway, this phrase kind of flew over his head last time, but I've been riding a wave in this ocean for a while. 11 jobs in the past, to be exact. They call me Leo the Professional.
Cease your nonsense, surface dweller.
Well, shall we get to it?
Please.
It's fucking every single time you try to like use your cool shit, everybody's like, shut the fuck up, okay? Just get to the point.
Sorry. So this is an alley, right, with no entrance nor exit. What is this? What is this space?
No, I mean, you know,
What
so
is
it's
this
like it's like, you know,
between
it's
building
like
with no doors, no entrance,
it's
no
like
exit. How did you both
building.
Alleyways don't have doors.
Yeah, it's like building, and then fence or whatever, and he's just like chilling out here.
Oh, okay. I see
He's like in the
line.
pocket, basically.
Yeah. A little alcove.
I was thinking, I was imagining like bricks on every.
Just like
That's not
No,
an
no.
alley. That's a whole
That's like a
thing.
courthouse.
Yeah.
Like a, not courthouse. Courtyard.
It is a courthouse, technically.
Now, anything's a courthouse if you believe.
now.
True.
An alcove that's approaching alleyway size.
I think that the groundswell of two different groups are going to clash here, where one group is collecting information and basically putting out into the air that we're looking for people of a particular
set of
profession,
skills.
a particular set of skills. And I think that for yourself, like down the grapevine, I think you have an understanding that you were looking to break into the big leagues, and this small collection, just like, because almost everyone here has levels in Rogue, right?
Thane.
So I think that like through Leo's basically looking for people, you're able to pick up on the search. And you know that like, though this guy's particularly green, there is knowledge that though you don't know the name, someone is bankrolling.
Yeah. Someone with the money.
Someone
I
with
imagine
old
it's
money.
like a golden ticket type buzz that's going around the underground world of like, did you hear that something's big going down? They're getting together a crew. Who is they? Who's what? They're doing it.
Yeah. And like, give me an insight check as to the level, like what the gossip is in particular.
All right.
You keep
hot
like the
goss
way
check.
that you describe Nathaniel's character. It would be so funny if we're all level 6 and he's like level 4.
You just tell him to make a level 4 character.
That's gonna
He's
be
like,
an
my
18.
name's Leo the professional. He's
Cool.
like 2 levels below everybody else.
That'd be real good.
You
Real good.
Yeah, like I think you're able to separate the riffraff from like the from what is actually workable for yourself, and like the current level of competency that's being put out. It's like I think many of the groups and gangs that this has traveled to have written this off because. With the end goal being the Golden Horde on the night that they're going to have the most security is already a fool's errand. And with that knowledge, you know that doing something, like being a part of the team that succeeds would boost you into the stratosphere. Like you could, though you already have a career, this is the makings of a dynasty, if it were to succeed.
This is master thief shit.
Yeah, and I think that like with your insight, like because this is because you know that there are resources at hand that you will be able to access, because you know that like there are obviously more cons than pros, but there are more pros than there's ever been for a job this big. And I think that catches you, and I think that catches you as well, literally, physically. How do you think you find Leo?
One stall over.
The streets of Las Vargas are vast and heavily populated.
Yeah, alcove ridden.
You see like a dwarven foreman and like a bunch of construction workers they're patching up like these rocky fissures that have formed around the casino here. You see like you know those guys that hand out the flyers for like their strippers and stuff, like it's that, but the cards are like, first one is like a changeling, and the next one is like popular Vegas singer, and then as you twist it around, it switches to different like faces and stuff. Like the air is ripe with like just pure Las Bardas shit. And you enter into the same like you enter into the same restroom. One and then you, both sitting in the stalls, separate stalls, guys. Okay. Yeah, the floor is yours. You know it's just the two of you currently.
Leo's just sitting there muttering to himself, and he's like, "Oh man, why do things have to be so fucking hard sometimes? Oh shit."
Hey, don't mean to be a bother, but could you spare some TP?
Hey man, I got you.
Glasses are so funny.
I love this shit so much.
Yeah, man, I've been on this wave.
And as you like, kind of hand it under the stall, I reach over and I grab it, but as I do, I kind of slip a card into your hand and kind of like sleight of hand
Love it.
exchange it real quick. How hard do you think this sleight of hand is?
How hard the sleight of hand is?
Yeah,
Not.
difficult.
Nah, pretty
Yeah, I think that like, because you're not really trying to not receive something here. I think most people's instinct is like, if someone gives them something, they will receive it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as long as you don't have a negative number, I think you're okay with that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 17. I'm good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're so good.
Leo, yeah, it seems like, oh man, that was pretty slick. Slick Dane dope, may I say.
Are you still in the washroom?
Yeah.
No, he left.
Okay, go ahead.
We're still talking. No, this is
The second he talks.
Yeah.
All right, bye. I'm out.
If you think that's cool. And as I snap,
Oh,
the
no.
card bursts into a small flame,
Oh, okay.
and it leaves like the center of the card, and out of it, a little logo appears. And do you know anything about religion? You go to church?
Give me a religion check
You
to see if
religious
you can
guy,
figure
Leo the
this.
professional.
Yeah. Have you found God?
When you said snap your fingers, I thought you were gonna make your clone appear in his stall.
11.
Then flat? Okay.
All right. So would you know the basic symbols of like mask?
So basically, mask being because mask is one of the like middle of the road sort of like deities in terms of like influence and power. I think that you might know mask by name, you might know mask by symbol. I think like the most elementary version of understanding comes, which is thievery.
I was gonna say, he knows thieves can't. The symbol of mask might be like a pretty common.
I also know thieves can't as well, so I might.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah. So I think that like
Fuck monk.
yeah. So I think that like
What do I get out of that? Like from.
yeah.
Oh, it just shows you a little logo that's like, oh, you know that I have. I'm basically saying I'm affiliated with the god of thievery.
Yeah. Like in terms of the symbol, they are almost identical. I think the like you're able to pick up the like this is the
Yeah.
more like religious version of like the general like thievery symbol.
Now, a man of piety, such as myself, might be able to help you on this little job you're getting together.
Well, dude, you know, we do need extra help, an extra hand, and I feel like you're the right person for it.
Oh, I know I'm the right person for it. Just can't prove it to you now. Whose round of battle shits was it? I think I go next. All right, that's 11 for my performance check of battle shits.
You see like the gnome concierge there just like hearing the fight go on, and it's just like I gotta quit.
These guys are fighting for their lives.
Um,
These two guys are going to war.
that's gonna take all four of us to now. Where, Guinness, where do you think you would be holding the planning of
My
the process?
fucking house, bro.
Hell yeah.
We're going to the Ripley mansion, and and everybody just shows up, and I'm like, hey, everybody, come on in.
The entrance is like one of those spiraling like tunnels.
Yeah,
A bunch of like mirrors that are all over the
exactly. Yeah,
wall.
And like, this is the aesthetic of the city that I wanted back.
This is where we're
It's
at.
funhouse mirrors and rotating hallways.
Yeah.
Leave
No,
it
I
in
think
our mansion.
I think it's very pre World War One like upper society kind of stuff where it's like very like ornate and like careful.
Yeah. Like the whole house is almost
yeah.
its own speakeasy.
Before it
Like,
before it gets to that post World War One, before World War Two era of like fancy for the sake of fancy. It's like that era right before that where it's like actually important for things to look nice and be functional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So you walk into this immaculately decorated home. It stinks of old money, and I think that like
It's
the
pretty fragrant. There's a lot of like incense and stuff.
I think that the knowledge of, oh, this is real, is hitting you that like, you guys will have the resources to make things happen. It may not be to the same extent as it were if you had like your business ties fully set still,
Yeah.
but with your own personal funds, it is still very still lucrative to, and I think that like in terms of the mechanics, this is what pays for the prepared item if anyone uses that. But you all form around the table. One by one, you come in, and on the table is the basic floor plan for the Golden Horde Casino. In terms of this next step in the session, this is the planning stage. So, how this is going to work, there is going to be, I'm going to say 3 days until the event occurs. Because people are already starting to come into town, they are already bringing their goods and such there. This will be a series of checks and other basically actions to prepare for this. So in terms of what we are working on to get this prepared, I think that we're going to go around the table and basically say like what information you're looking for, how you wish to prepare.
I just assume that the Ripley Mansion at their war table, they have one of those long, like, peace pushers.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, okay, yeah. just
Fuck no.
wanna-
No, it's like a games room. There's like a chessboard. That's it.
It's like a pool stick. Like
Yeah, like we're on the snooker table, fucking with like the blueprints laid out and stuff. Like it is a wall full of cigars and like a giant like immaculately stocked bar with like the finest liquors available.
And like Javier's there just like cleaning the glass
Javier's there to make you
repeatedly.
whatever cocktail you want.
Yeah, basically tending to everyone's needs as the planning stages go through.